The Connected Summit journey, Your Excellency, has been a long but exciting one. We started in the year 2009 with about 500 delegates, largely drawn from government. The summit has grown over the years to be what it is here today, a continental summit with delegates across Africa and beyond. So someone may ask, why Connected Africa, Your Excellency? Having drawn from the successes of the regional summit, Your Excellency, with your guidance, you challenged us to bring together our colleagues and friends from the continent and global partners for us to come together and deliberate how we can develop the roadmap towards a digital powerhouse.
But the historic truth of this statement became even more real to me on a recent visit to Northwest Kenya, where anthropologists are partnering with Kenya's National Museum to study some of our earliest human ancestors. While I was there, one of the scientists handed me a chipped stone tool and told me casually, "You are holding the oldest known example of human technology. 3 million years ago, one of our great-great-great-great-grandparents figured out how to sharpen tools to prepare food. And this stone is the birth of technology." First, the good news is I did not drop the stone. Second, the insight. As I held that stone tool, I realized that humans have been in the technology business since the very beginning, and Africa has been home to human innovation from the start. I am confident that Africa will also be home to important technological innovation in the 21st century. Now, when I say every business is a tech business, it is a reminder that technology innovation isn't just about what is flashy. It's about addressing real problems to help real people, like our ancestors did when they first used technology to create that first hand tool. I became the CEO of eBay in 1998, and our company was at the heart of the first internet boom. There was lots of focus back then on flashy technology, and everyone, including me, thought of eBay first as a tech company. But when we really focused on our mission, we found that we were answering questions that most people didn't consider tech questions. How could we help people buy and sell things efficiently? How could we help people pay for those things safely? And how could we help people ship those things quickly? Our success came because we took business questions and turned them into tech questions. That was simple, and it was revolutionary.
Today, we come together inspired by the shared vision of a continent whose thriving economy anchors global prosperity, driven by the full participation of every citizen, and where, through the relentless pursuit of innovation, integration, and efficiency, our digital economy becomes the fundamental enabler of the aspirations of over 1 billion Africans. The primary ambition of this summit is that through determined collaboration and innovation, we will lay a sustained foundation of connectivity and empower the people of Africa to achieve the UN Sustainable Development Goals, as well as the AU's Agenda 2063. We have quite some time, and we have some way to go in order to be ready for the digital economy and the future of work. Africa's internet penetration rate is 36%, which translates to 470 million users in a continent of 1.4 billion people. Current projections indicate that at the current pace of development, this number will increase by an additional 300 million people by 2030. Our continent is connected to the global internet through 19 undersea cables, which is comparatively modest compared to other continents. For example, Europe and Asia are connected by a significantly higher number of cable landings leading to a greater broadband accessibility with profound impacts in terms of the strong positive relationship between digital connectivity and economic prosperity. Nevertheless, we must all be concerned by the fact that our rate of connectivity is poorer than the existing potential. Despite these connections, fixed broadband penetration in Africa is only about 5%, which leaves us far behind other regions of the globe. This has critical implications for our ambition for both connectivity and economic transformation through the digital economy. The reason is that even an increase of only 10% of our broadband connectivity can lead to a 1.4% GDP growth in our continent. Additionally, our low rate of connectivity also presents other challenges. For instance, Africa's current average broadband speed stands at 8.1 megabytes per second, and at 5% of the monthly gross national income per capita, data costs represent a significant expense and places connectivity beyond the reach of most, especially those who are vulnerable. These statistics must serve as an urgent call to action and motivate us to radically enhance Africa's digital infrastructure and unleash the immense economic and innovative potential of our young people in a vibrant continent. Ladies and gentlemen, our vision for the future is bold, clearly urgent, and feasible. Under the African Continental Free Trade Area framework, we aim to harness Pan-African integration in order to expand our collective GDP from US dollars 1.7 trillion to US dollars 2.5 trillion by 2030. This ambition must be complemented by a strong commitment to bridge the huge digital divide which undermines our continent's growth prospects. Today, 300 million people across Africa live more than 50 kilometers away from an active fiber optic connection, a yawning physical gap that denies them access to internet and separates them from all the possibilities that the digital economy presents. Globally, Africa's digital infrastructure coverage, access, and quality lag behind our other regions. Yet, it does not have to be this way, because the most transformative interventions are just but a few decisions away. At the end of 2021, 84% of people in our region lived in areas where the third-generation network technology, 3G connectivity, was available, while 63% had access to G4 mobile coverage. However, regrettably, only 22% were using mobile internet services. This gap between coverage and usage is similarly large for broadband internet connectivity, with 61% of people in our region living within broadband range, but